Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for March the 31st. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could resonate today or over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you, so please only take with you the messages that resonate. Leave behind the rest. This reading is not sign specific, but I will call out any zodiac signs that you may be dealing with that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. Like always, I'm going to talk about some astrology aspects first before jumping in with the cards, because I do feel this is some very important energy coming through, especially with Venus and Aquarius square the North Node in Taurus. And the North Node is going to be in the 8th house. So the energy might be feeling very uncomfortable, to be honest, because this transit is going to really be screaming at you and highlighting that you've been ignoring your higher purpose, your higher destiny, and where you have been expecting others to fulfill your needs, whether it be emotional, financial, whatever it is, and where you have been avoiding opening up your heart to this spiritual guidance, where you've avoided opening up your heart to being able to receive love from another, and where you've been stubbornly trying to do things your own way and going it alone, which really is going to hamper your ambitions and your plans. The energy can be quite self-indulgent, to be honest, because with the lunar node involved, it's always linked to subconscious domains and subconscious motivations that stem from past life patterns. And you might find this inner inclination to try to cling to things that just are no longer relevant or appropriate when it comes to your individual situation and stepping into that karmic pathway of the North Node. So get ready for some energy to be brought forward that is really going to show you where you need to shift your personal psychology is kind of what I'm feeling. Squares to the North Node are always going to be a very intense shift. It's going to show you where you skipped a lesson in a past life, where you've struggled to complete a past life lesson, and you're kind of now being forced into addressing it this life with added heavier karmic debt. So it's going to be a very frustrating energy to deal with if you're in the throes of this square aspect. It can be a very painful lesson coming up to be learned when it comes to negative repetitive themes that keep being brought up in your life, especially in romantic relationships, and these cosmic energies are nudging you to fulfill this karmic lesson this lifetime because you failed to do it in the past, and you kind of have to bring it forward this life if you are to tap into your own unique artistic talents that you brought over from that South Node from a past life. And a lot of these talents show up in our early age, and we stuff them down due to some childhood trauma. So many of us have spiritual talents that we're here to bring into the collective in some kind of contribution, in some kind of way to help others along their own healing journey. Because when we can heal our own suffering, then we can help others heal theirs. So, you know, it might be difficult when it comes to the emotions coming up. And this is likely related to romantic relationships. Venus is all about love and money. So get ready to be shown a sign, especially when it comes to past heartbreak, not only in this lifetime, but past lifetimes. And maybe you were self-indulgent in a past lifetime, especially with that Scorpionic South Node. And you're now being asked to balance this out this lifetime. If you are to find happiness in committed partnership, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to, you know, do the drudgery of finding your weak spots, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, sexual energy. Scorpio is a very sexual energy, and where you need to convert these shadow aspects into developing your higher states of consciousness. So it's going to be very difficult. Get ready to face some challenging obstacles, especially when it comes to, you know, how you express affection or emotions. And this is all, you know, linked to past life circumstances that, you know, have repeated in your early childhood this lifetime. You know, many of us care deeply for others, but sometimes our perceptions can get very skewed based on our family structure that we grew up in, our friends we've been connected with, and, you know, maybe we have lacked sincere appreciation for the beauty in the world around us, and we're kind of here to master the spiritual arts and to show healthy displays of affection. And I feel, get ready to face conflict and tension as part of this soul lesson, to learn to rebalance your love life, to find that inner peace from within. And it's really going to show you where you've been lazy and complacent. And with the North Node in the 8th house, this is extreme upheaval. It's going to show you where you possess extreme possessiveness, and where you have a tendency to hold on to things tightly that really aren't meant for you. Where you fear sharing people with others, which is ridiculous, to be honest. But and it's going to really highlight a fear of loss. And anything that is taken from us on the journey is a form of divine protection. And anything that we lose was never really ours to begin with. And we can always rebuild from that 0 point. So the energy might be a little bit scary because it is bringing forward this death energy in order to go into all of these past life traumas, current life traumas, and to transform from the inside out. It is like this death by fire energy. And we're going through this collective regeneration and rebirth. And transformation is going to be a major focus in the energies today, especially with the North Node in the 8th house. So get ready to question your values, because the South Node is going to be in the 2nd house of self-worth, material values. Get ready to question your core values, financial assets. Are you self-reliant? Because honestly, you can't enter into a relationship with anybody and expect it to be balanced if you haven't mastered self-reliancy first and foremost. So we don't have to accomplish everything on our own, but we do have to become self-reliant before we can truly accept open-heartedly help from another. So many of us are used to being so strong, and maybe in the past you had no choice but to be strong. And, you know, we all have that warrior spirit from within, and many people get very uncomfortable when they have to ask for help. And I think this is coming up to be addressed, because we're not just here to enjoy the material world. We're kind of here to focus on mystical, mysterious experiences as well, and to find the balance between the two. So, you know, when we connect at a deep soul level with another, it's not just about sex. It's actually about deep spiritual intimacy. So if you've been in a relationship without that intimacy, I think get ready to have some very old wounds to be triggered in the energies. And if you are, you know, intending on moving beyond this stuckness, you're going to have to open up these wounds and to release them once and for all if you're to shift that perspective and see things differently. So it's a very challenging energy, especially with relationships and romance, as we're kind of one day away from this Aries new moon and this brand new cycle when it comes to relationships. So I'll do a video about that again tomorrow, but let's jump in with some cards, guys, and see what kind of energies need to come through today. I'm just trying to figure out what decks to use. We're going to start with the senses of the soul today. Orchid. You're being asked to embrace freedom and to honor your ancestors and the ones that have come before you. Beautiful. Sorcerer, sorceress. We're going to read out of the book for that, but let's get some more cards. It's kind of time to shift out of stagnation and to let that creative energy flow to the surface. So get ready for big changes with the orchid being a 5. And when I think of interesting orchid, I actually love purple orchids, to be honest. Purple is my favorite color. So all right, lots of purple coming through. We got that gold store, Christ conscious activation, heart chakra expansion, big time. And the treasured gold truly is in embracing all of this deep-seated wound on the heart. And we have to kind of let go of this pain from the past in order to really harness our spiritual strength, is kind of what I'm feeling. Major cycles coming to a close, and you are supported as you undergo this very powerful spiritual transformation. Open yourself up to the light, because in the light comes the clarity. We are all magical children of the earth. And somewhere along the line, we lose that magic in childhood due to trauma. And we have to kind of be willing at this point in time on the journey to surrender to divine will and to trust in the divine blueprint of your life. Dwarf Korean Lilac. Beautiful. So what else do we got here? We got the Shaga card. Shed these limiting beliefs. In order to see with the eyes of universal love, to activate the pineal gland, the third eye chakra, we do have to release all of these limiting beliefs that were instilled in us as children, because the universe is supporting this transformation. And I talked about that yesterday. Choose to see the humor in your current situation. I know it's not funny when we go through upheaval in our life, but you know, on the other side, we can always look back in hindsight and you know, see the lightheartedness in it. So a lot of synthesizing energy when it comes to the divine guidance coming through. So I feel like the soul star chakra has been activated, and it's kind of time to clear the moss, to clear the fog. It is safe for us to embrace this healing. So a lot of coiled snake energy being activated within the collective as we release everything that's being ready to be healed from the subconscious mind, from the lunar nodes. And then we get this beautiful white star. So, oh, the messages are coming through very strong today. And I already got my book ready. I knew I was going to need this book today. So let's look into the sorcerer energy first. And hopefully I can find it rather quickly. Give me a second, guys. We got the white star. I don't even know where to find that sorcerer. Let me look in the index. Page 198. I breezed right past it. Oh, cosmic creation. Beautiful. You know, this is what we came for, to be those conscious co-creators. So DNA remembrance, and we all hold our soul memory within our cellular DNA. So it is this activation from 2-strand DNA to 12-strand DNA. Divine feminine energy is coming through, divine feminine energy. And I think the message today is providing all of us in the collective, whether you are a feminine or a masculine, this reassurance that we are all well on our way to our soulful path. A lot of elevated consciousness in the energies, and it's time to really work closely with these divine energies. It's time for us to own and refine our creativity when it comes to manifesting energies in conjunction with the universe. And we do this by shedding all of this karmic residue, and we remember who we truly are. So we've done a lot of hard work over the past couple of years, and now it's time to use this knowledge and wisdom to help transform the world around us by manifesting our truth in the physical reality. So how do we do that? We speak it into existence. So I think today marks a milestone moment as part of this ascension process for the collective, and it is indicating all of us when it comes to our readiness to step into co-creative mastery with the laws of the universe in the name of divine love. So if you're dealing with some shadow aspects, I think get ready to face any conformity that's kept you stuck. Your true self has likely been buried deep below all of these underlying layers of karmic strife and drama, and I talked about that. So get ready to deal with strife and drama and difficulties if you've not been following the higher guidance. There's a lot of people dealing with limiting beliefs right now, apathy, and, you know, it's time to break free from this complacency like I talked about. So if you're in that very complacent, stuck energy, you're being asked to stop manifesting these karmic lessons. We unconsciously repeat these patterns, and they're going to be manifest in our physical reality, the same karmic lesson over and over again with a different face until you heal those lower chakra pathways. So There's some blocks within the collective when it comes to the lower chakras. I do suggest focusing on the lower chakras if you are feeling very stuck, because we're kind of in this gateway of all of these higher ascension energies and cosmic truths coming in. That soul star chakra that I was shown has been activated, and the soul star chakra activation within the divine masculine collective coming through. So a lot of elevation, a lot of euphoric states and gratitude as many of the divine masculine collective come into this ascension awareness. So there is a lot of angelic presence around the collective right now as we're being asked to attune to this spiritual sensitivity and these spiritual energies and the guidance coming forward from all of the ascended masters. So release any negative patterns of anxiety, divine masculine, judgment, resentment, and any defeat that you've been through in these karmic cycles that you've been going through. It's time to reorient your life from the core place of self if you are to reach a place of higher consciousness. So get ready to create space in your life. You are being called to awaken on every level of awareness in order to step into healed wholeness. And we do this by facilitating these energies and allowing the cosmic forces to clear all of this karmic debris, and we clear it from our human psyche. And when we step into divine direction of our life, that's when all of this spiritual embodiment can come through, and we are gifted the gift of divine discernment. And we can learn how to discriminate between desires that are healthy for us and desires that are destructive. So get ready to receive a lot of messages when it comes to your service-based mission. A lot of cosmic realizations are coming through as we kind of remember our soul's divinity. Definitely a lot of heart chakra opening when it comes to love and compassion. Beautiful. I would also like to read the 59 card very quickly. So, Sweet Gale. That's so interesting. Gale. That was the name of Elsa's horse in the Frozen 2, Gale. And if you think of Gale, the winds of change. And here today, it's like a freaking hurricane out there. Hurricane winds. So major subconscious clearing is taking place in the energies. You might be noticing a lot of lucid dreams in the energies, a lot of clear universal communication. So get ready to release everything that is ready to be healed from your subconscious. The Gale energy is associated with the rainbow chakra. So this means your attention is being drawn to fifth dimensional living, and that's what we're here to do, manifest new earth, 5D earth, and we do this by clearing all of these distorted subconscious beliefs. And so get prepared for deep-seated DNA cellular healing. The energy is helping us draw out all of this deep emotional pain, all of these blockages from the lower chakras, and anything that's been clouding your ability to see clearly through the heart. Whatever's been blocking you from clear communication within your relationships. We're coming into this deep awareness of all of these negative subconscious patterns in order to heal and empower ourselves as a collective. So trust in the divine blueprint of your life. Trust that it is time to heal, to embrace this magical child from the inside out. A lot of heart energy is coming through. And it's kind of time to trust in the divine blueprint, to really open yourself up to the guidance that's coming through. So let's do some activation cards. The halls of learning. Get ready to walk through the great halls of spiritual learning with your spiritual guides. A lot of lessons are being learned in the energies, and it's kind of time to harness that deep inner fire in your belly. To take back your personal willpower, because we are in this very powerful manifestation vortex, this sacred inner space, and it's kind of time to embrace the tenderness of this release, because there's a major gateway when it comes to these karmic learning experiences and the wisdom that we're transmitting through going through these experiences, and it's kind of time to step into this blueprint that's being activated, to synthesize with these cosmic energies that are coming forward. So just the one card, Anunnaki light codes, major energy shift. A lot of new information is coming forward when it comes to the end of this cycle. And a lot of secret, hidden knowledge is being revealed as you uncover the treasures in your heart. Definitely a major initiation coming through. Palladian light force activity is also coming through. I work with the Palladians quite often. And the Palladians are trying to bring forward your inner strength, to lay a new foundation, to come together in harmony. A lot of heavenly activations when it comes to resolution. The Palladians, yes. And we are entering into the ancestral realm when it comes to these karmic boundaries, healing our family lineage, and instilling firm boundaries. So a lot of ancestors have been coming through. So many of us have like a mother crossed over on the other side. I feel somebody's mother or grandmother is trying to push them into this healing energy, instill those firm boundaries. There's a lot of hidden secrets, hidden knowledge being activated when it comes to our gifts and this soul gathering energy. Our soul family, remembering who our true soul family is, and the energy really is aligning us to this great remembrance. So get ready to do a lot of mirror reflection in the energies today as we are being shown this unity consciousness that we're kind of here to ground for this 5D Earth mission. So we'll get a couple rose oracle messages. The rose thread. There's a deep inner call coming forward. Many of us are mystic healers. And we're all being asked to lead through the heart, to lead through the soul, to unthread all of this karmic baggage. Many of the feminines in the collective are coming into that aligned flow of harmony, calling in that right relationship. And it's kind of time to embrace change. These old cycles of life are over and we're transitioning into this growth and this expansion. And this is the right time to realize your creative journey and to start reaping your harvest as we kind of integrate and ground all of these higher light codes. I know I had a feminine reach out earlier, and apparently the solar flares are intense today. And the energy really is fertile for a secret new beginning. So let's keep going here. The Rose Garden. This is where we return to a state of innocence and forgiveness. We do have to be gentle with ourselves as we go through this awakening process. But it's like returning to that core childhood wound where we did lose our innocence and bringing forgiveness to all of those that have hurt us. Beautiful. The reunion. So it is this deep soul recognition, this soul awareness that we are here to collaborate with other like-minded light beings in partnership with these deep soul friendships. And once again, the energy is very fertile for a brand new beginning. And we are stepping into sacred unions. But we first have to manifest that sacred inner union before it can manifest in our outer reality. So a lot of inner work is being done when it comes to our devotion into our mystic healing capabilities, our devotion to humanity. You might be experiencing some upheaval in order to go into some humility. And it is through working through some humility that you can step into compassion and grace for humanity. So you're just going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust and embrace these changes as part of this transition and this growth that we are going through collectively. So do be patient with yourself. I've had so many issues with my throat the last couple of days. A lot of blockages in the throat, I feel, are being cleared collectively, but we will see what needs to come through with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. Oh my gosh. Twin Soul, psychic abilities, and empowerment. A lot of heightened intuitive senses coming forward. A lot of cosmic energies that are shifting below the surface. And many of us are coming into our psychic awareness, our psychic gifts. Many of us have third eye gifts, clairaudiency, clairsentiency, where we feel the energies. And we as a collective are here to continue developing these abilities because we incarnated here quite likely with your divine counterpart. We are in such a powerful energy for the Twin Flame Collective. We're here to bring all of this high vibration energy into the world, to take ownership of our life, to plan and execute our highest potential. So I think get ready to be redirected, and it might take a leap of faith. There's definitely a heart awakening happening. And it's always through the gateway of Anahata that we receive these psychic messages. So somebody is definitely opening up their heart, going through a very painful release of these past emotions in order to step into forgiveness. So yeah. Get ready to face a challenge. Get ready to face a challenge in order to improve your life, to grow beyond a stagnancy. Many of us are being spiritually tested right now. Are we ready to level up to the next stage? Are you strong enough to stand in your spiritual beliefs and not waver? Because there's a lot of incoming messages. And I feel these are messages from your angelic team and your higher self. And these messages are holding so much significance when it comes to your pathway forward. So listen to the messages coming forward, because we're stepping into these teaching roles. All of us are teachers. We all have learned very painful lessons, and maybe you are involved in a karmic situation that is helping you evolve and learn a karmic lesson as part of your experience. And when it comes to practicing unconditional love, releasing criticism, judgment, we're all on different pathways. You know, we all mirror reflect what we need to see from one another to show us where maybe we're still playing into unhealthy patterns, what we still need to heal at the core. And there's going to be an obstruction to overcome. You might need to protect your energy, but this really is the pathway opening up for self-development. So get rid of that fear. Face that fear, feel it anyway, and know fear just is an illusion of the mind. We can choose fear, we can choose love, but when we choose love, then we can recognize where we've been neglecting ourselves, where we need to nurture ourselves when it comes to this yearning for growth, expansion, and, you know, we can never ever stop working on ourselves. We master one lesson, and then we enter into a new cycle to learn another lesson. So you might want to disconnect from people, places, and things and just kind of go within. I think we're all in need of this healing and rejuvenation at this time, as we're all being pushed to take charge of our own destiny. So I do highly suggest getting out of the head. Stop withholding apologies. If you need to make amends with somebody, I think it's time to go and make amends. Stop withholding. We can't withhold. When we withhold, we hold on to that as like baggage in our heart. We don't want to take that baggage with us into our next life. So seize an opportunity. Stop withholding. Who cares if you fear rejection? Hey, nobody likes to get rejected. But if you're going to play into the fear, you're going to spiral. And your emotions are going to brew below the surface. And it's kind of time to regain control if you are to rebalance a situation that is needing to be addressed in the energies today. So definitely a storm brewing, an emotional shitstorm brewing. And it's time to make amends. It's time to stop withholding apologies. If you owe somebody an apology, go and apologize. I know it's not easy to say you did somebody wrong. Nobody likes to admit that they made a mistake. We all make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we grow and expand. So stop withholding an apology for fear of rejection. You don't know until you seize the opportunity. And if you keep holding on to that fear, get ready for a major emotional storm to brew below the surface. You might be spiraling out of control. And the universe says it's time to rebalance something. It's time to rebalance whatever you've been afraid to go forward and rebalance. So let's jump in with some cards. King of Swords looks depressed. He looks depressed, doesn't he? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Nine of Cups. Yeah, somebody's got the potential to go after wish fulfillment, but it's going to take some communication. I think somebody received some poor advice in the past, and now they regret going down the beaten pathway. I think somebody has no respect in their life right now. They've definitely acted unfair. I do feel it's time to communicate clearly if you are to restore a sense of balance. Somebody is in a very unemotional relationship, or has been very emotionally unavailable. And, you know, your wishes are here for the taking. Your wishes can come true. Your dreams can become your reality. This really is a magical time of good fortune for the collective, but you have to have faith that all will be well. This King of Swords made a very unwise choice in the past. He took a gamble and he went in the wrong direction. He went towards something that really didn't make him happy. He's lacked integrity. And I think people are questioning his motives. A lot of sword energy. And I think somebody's feeling the sadness of a loss. Look at, he looks so depressed. Yeah, it's time to heal something from the past. Somebody's held on to a past connection for a long time. And the only way to embrace this personal growth is to face these challenges and to bring forward that apology you've been withholding in order to heal this misunderstanding. If you want your wishes, you're going to have to do something about it. You can't just sit there and not take action. So I feel get ready to receive an offer of some sort from this King of Swords that is wishing he didn't do what he did to you. I think he wants to come forward and show you that he can be dependable, and he knows he's got a lot of hard work to do. A lot of hard work to do. All right, let's see what needs to come through. Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, the Dreamer reversed, which is the Fool reversed, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, somebody did something really foolish when it comes to a deep spiritual connection here. Hey, somebody definitely went in the wrong direction, and they threw away a fresh start that likely was going to lead to wish fulfillment, is what I feel. And it's kind of time to push your fears aside and to take that leap of faith. I think it's time to make amends. Maybe somebody is seeking a reconciliation, resolution for sure. They're revisiting an old relationship here. Definitely some inner child healing. Definitely somebody wants to return from the past to make amends, because they do want victory with you. They want victory with you. They've been making plans to come forward. I do think they want long-term committed partnership, but they're facing some consequences of some past choices. And I think somebody's played into a lot of pride and ego. And if you've been the one waiting for an apology, I think you've been patient. And I think you've decided to maybe seize a new opportunity. I think you stood up for yourself and your beliefs, and somebody is getting ready to do the same in return. You need to choose your battles wisely. If you want to step into abundance, you kind of got to make amends for all of these negative past choices. There's an amazing new opportunity being presented, but what is it that you need to walk away from to seize this new opportunity? There's a lot of passionate action wanting to be taken, but you need to move on from something first that's stuck, that's stagnant, that you went towards, that you made a foolish decision. Foolish decision, and it's time to experience more than this stuckness, this stagnancy. It's time to apologize if you are to seize this brand new opportunity. Get ready to make some big life changes. Major shift in priorities. I think it's time to pack up and leave a home that you've been stuck in order for a new emotional experience. I think somebody knows it's time to come forward with an apology. Yep, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Oh my God, with the Two of Cups, which will lead to the Ten of Cups. But you need to walk away from something first with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's kind of time. It's kind of time to invest in something new if you want to be rewarded. Definitely, this has been a long time coming, maybe even up to 7 years, 3 years, a couple of years. It's kind of time to rebalance the situation and bring forward an apology. I think get ready to receive a message regarding a relationship from the past that maybe left you ripped wide open. It's time to embrace a new emotional experience. Get ready, because there's a lot of heightened sensitivity in the energy when it comes to psychic abilities. And the Lovers is always a choice between two. There's true, deep love here, a deep, intimate connection, and somebody wasn't thinking with their heart. Maybe they were thinking with something down there, and it's kind of time to recover from a very toxic situation, to restore your health, vibrancy, because it's kind of time to fall in love again. Get ready for a clean slate. I feel a resurgence of a romantic relationship from the past, and forgiveness will help end all of these challenges. Get ready to receive a gift because Cupid's arrow has struck, and this is definitely a connection that you don't want to give up on, because it will lead to a happy marriage and you're happily ever after. So get ready for a lot of emotions to surface when it comes to some past mistakes. And maybe somebody here knows it's going to take a lot to gain back your trust, but they're determined to be victorious. Somebody wants to publicly come forward with an offer. They want to recognize that, hey, you're everything that they've ever asked for, and they've been planning carefully to take action. I think there is a need for protection in the energies. Somebody's been waiting for the perfect timing, and let's face it, there's really never a perfect time. We kind of have to just take that leap of faith and go for it, is what I feel. Somebody's been holding on to a lot of mental struggles, and it's kind of time to relocate. You can't keep fighting. You can't keep playing into self-deception. You can't keep playing into manipulative behavior if you want peace in your life. Somebody's been in a dark depression, or, you know, a dark night of the soul energy, maybe physically ill, struggling with some health issues, and it's time to relocate. You can't stay in that hermit energy forever. The hermit serves a purpose where we go into meaningful solitude, and we shine light on all of these shadow aspects in order to bring forward a new self-discovery. And I feel somebody's been deep within the hermit energy, stuck at the crossroads because of the pain somebody's caused you or whatever. And it's kind of time to plan for financial security for the future. Somebody has had a lot of pride, but I do feel a blending of a family here, and a romantic offer is coming because somebody's heart has been activated, and they know it's time to take that next step forward, to make that bold choice, and to maybe pamper somebody that they didn't appreciate in the past. It's time to stop holding back, is what I'm feeling. Four of Wands, so much to celebrate, so much to celebrate. Oh my gosh, that's it, eh? Oh, Five of Wands. There's so much to celebrate, but you got to stop playing into conflicts with others. Stop playing into opposing opinions. Walk away from the drama once and for all, because if you're dealing with drama, the situation really isn't worth your time, and it's time to stand up for yourself. Here's this King of Wands energy coming out with the Six of Pentacles and the Chariot. Aries, Leo, Sag. It's kind of time to take control back of your life. The rewards will come by rebalancing a situation from the past. Somebody's got to find their willpower to rebalance something that was not just and was not fair. Get ready to pay off that karmic debt like I talked about. Get ready to pay back some karmic debt. Unexpected upheaval in order for somebody to find their inspiration and their motivation to communicate clearly, to release any sensitivity when it comes to people's judgments or criticism, and to bring forward success in their life, because this will lead to a very prosperous union, peace and contentment in your personal life. And I think it's time to renegotiate. This could even speak of an engagement coming forward, a wedding. It's time to graduate is kind of what I feel. It's time to graduate and go towards your chosen soul family. So could be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini with the Lovers. Really not a lot of court cards here. Aries with the Fool, Cancer with the Chariot, Aries, Leo, Sag with the King of Wands. I think somebody's gathering their strength to break free from a toxic third-party connection, and they're getting ready to assert their personal power because they realize what it is that they lost, and they want forgiveness. And very similar to yesterday. But this is what's coming through for the collective. So get ready to receive. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or twin flame reading with me, check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.